Our next exercise is an alternating standing dumbbell row. Make sure to put the
It was only a matter of time until the began. Hey folks, I'm Dr. Mike Israetel, creator of the RP Hypertrophy app and professor of exercise and sports science at Lehman College. And I am here to review Gal Gadot's workout for Wonder Woman 1984. On a side note, Gal Gadot is Jewish, and so am I. Yo, what up, family? Haha. Let's get into it.
My name is Magnus Ligback.
Yes, Magnus. Thank God he's back. The man behind every beautiful Hollywood body you have ever seen and will see. Magnus Ligback. I'm from a country far to the north, and I've brought two things for you. One is my Viking sword in which I crush my enemies, and two is completely pointless workouts where I fucking rip off Hollywood celebrities. And if I ever see that Dr. Mike guy, he's getting the Viking treatment. Hey, Scott the video guy, why don't you shut up? We're from the Nordic countries, we're very calm peoples, but we can get pretty irate. You know, in his last video, we saw him wearing a velour tracksuit. Something is missing in my heart. This isn't the Magnus I've come to know and love. Let's find out where this goes.
I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist.
Oh, a nutritionist. Oh, I don't even want to pull on that string. Let's hit it.
So today I'm going to show you one of the days from the program that I did with Gal Gadot.
I got a program for Gal Gadot. I'm going to stop. Mike, stop. That's not appropriate.
So when Gal came to me, we had about...
Damn, look at him hanging out with Hollywood. So what do I got to do to hang out with Gal Gadot? She's probably 8 feet taller than me, but you know what I'm saying, baby? I could look up. Been looking up to you a long time, if you know what I mean. Again, I will stop.
5 months to prepare for filming. When you start preparing for a marathon of a movie like this, you want to make sure to build a strong foundation.
Agreed. I love it. Marathon movie, strong foundation, check, check.
Included in that is to screen someone physically to see how they move.
Screen them physically to see how they move. I wonder how the program changes other than like you lift less weight to begin with. I think she moves like any other human being, no? Maybe I just don't know enough things, which is why I'm not training Hollywood celebrities.
When building a character, you really need to break down what a character needs. And if you look at Wonder Woman, she obviously needs...
I know what she needs. A bitch gotta fly, jump tall buildings in a single bound, punch through walls, block bullets. What else?
Obviously needs the physique.
She needs the physique, of course. How did I miss that?
She also needs strength, mobility, agility, and endurance.
I'm pretty sure he listed every single human physical quality. I guess she's got it all. Uphill training battle here.
To film a movie is like running a marathon. It's not a sprint. You need to make sure that you're still healthy and that you last for the whole duration.
Folks, I'm not so sure how movie filming occurs, but if you're unable to stay healthy for the duration of a movie shoot, you're probably in a state of health that exercise might not be able to help you with. You need to see real doctors that know things. Keeping someone healthy through a movie shoot is a matter of them just being alive. Joaquin Phoenix makes it through a movie shoot, folks. I don't think he's ever seen a weight in his entire life. Wow, Hollywood celebrity trainers. Just make the person maybe do two things. Maybe. Thing number one, look the part. Wonder Woman's got to have cap delts, which Magnus doesn't have, but that's neither here nor there. That's just me being catty. And two is maybe be able to move generally in a way that allows you to do the stunts that CGI and your stunt woman doesn't do, which is almost nothing. We're not getting ready for a marathon, motherfucker. It's a photo shoot. It's a video shoot. It's Hollywood.
It would be disaster if your client would get injured and production needs to stop. It would cost millions of dollars. So
that's true. It would be a disaster if your client gets injured. So maybe you can take them through full ranges of motion with heavy loads in training, progressing slowly through that to a high degree of competency and ability such that they are highly inoculated against injury. And I'm sure that's what's going to be happening here.
When building a superhero, it takes a village.
False. It take only me, Magnus Ligback. I am the village. All you need is me and my Viking sword.
So it's not only me as a trainer, there's also a stunt team.
Stunt team, much more important job than you have. Agreed.
Stunt doubles, body doubles.
Body doubles. Who I assume he doesn't also train?
Physios.
Okay, in case she hurts her knee or something.
And chefs.
Chefs. I thought he was going to say nutritionists. Really is Hollywood, isn't it? It takes a lot of chefs to keep me upright too. I feel his pain as a profoundly rich man.
So what I do on a movie set is I take care of the physical training. I make sure that the right food comes out at the right time and that my actress eats it.
It's good that he's like in charge of getting food into him. That's tight.
I also make sure to warm them up before a big physical scene.
Whoa, he gets to warm them up before a physical scene. That's kind of interesting. I wouldn't think that was a thing. I would think that the stunt coordinator would do that. But
and just oversee things so that they don't get injured.
I don't know how he could oversee things that prevent injury. He's not a sports medicine doctor. Maybe he has magic Magnus eyes. I can see when the stunt will cause injury and I can prevent it.
Obviously, nutrition's a big part of building a superhero. I will cover that in another video. Today, it's going to be more about the training.
Scott the Video Guy, we got to get that nutrition video stat. Does it exist? Scott the Video Guy found the video about Gal Gadot's diet. So let me take a look at that one. Eat like Wonder Woman.
Hi, I'm Magnus. I've been a trainer for 20
This
years
has to
plus.
be good.
Helping actors to get in superhero shape. Today, we're talking about Gal Gadot's nutrition for Wonder Woman 84.
I like that every nutrition video has like raw vegetables and eggs as props next to it. If you're confused about what kind of video you're watching, it's a nutrition video. Look at the foods, they're so healthy.
I don't believe in extreme diets or shortcuts. I think that good food is a big part of life, and I don't really want to exclude foods out of my diet.
Hey, this is good stuff. No food exclusion, just manipulation. So far, so good. Magnus is the man. Hey, Magnus may be actually one of the best Hollywood trainers, which unfortunately isn't saying a ton.
With that said, I try to focus on nutrition in 17 out of every 20 meals.
Interesting rationale there. 17 out of 20.
So Gal ate 5 meals per day. That's 20 meals in 4 days.
5
so
meals
in
a
4
day.
days, we made sure that 17 out of those 20 meals were on point. That meant not only hitting our macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbs, but also avoiding simple, fast carbs.
Simple
the
what?
reason
Avoiding
we
what?
avoided the simple, fast carbs
Simple fats and carbs? What the f is a simple fat?
is that they have more impact on your blood sugar.
Oh, simple fast carbs. They have more of an impact on your blood sugar. I don't know why that's a bad thing. Non-diabetic humans can regulate their blood sugar perfectly. If the fast carbs take it up, your body takes it back down. And if you control your calories, it has essentially no impact on your body composition, outside of maybe you're trying to be a pro bodybuilder. We'll see.
My goal for Gal was to eat about 100 grams of protein per day.
100 grams of protein per day for Gal. I don't know how much she weighs, but it can't be much more than 130 or 140. It's probably less. So 100 grams is decent.
About 200 to 240 grams of slow carbs. 200
to 240 grams slow carbs. Not bad.
And 80 to 90 grams of good fats.
Whoa, that's a lot of fat. Wow. 89 grams of good fat. That's what I eat. And I'm like 18 times her size. Not terrible. Not a terrible diet at all. I love it.
So Gal would eat breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and dinner. So you're probably asking what was on the menu for Gal. A typical breakfast would consist of eggs with a slow carb. Could also be a protein boosted overnight oats. A typical lunch would consist of either chicken or fish with some slow carbs and some good fats, and a ton of vegetables.
I don't see any slow carbs in those pictures. This looks like veggies and avocados. Maybe they forgot the carbs or some shit. I don't know. Maybe they're underneath.
Don't forget your vegetables. A typical dinner would be a grass-fed organic steak.
Oh my God, everyone knows steak has to be organic because everyone also knows that organic confers 0 advantages and is a scam. If you didn't know that, now you know.
A nice salad and a slow carb like whole grain rice.
The glycemic index, which determines how fast or slow a carb is insanely overrated. But most of these folks in Hollywood are like a generation behind modern nutritional science, so I don't blame them.
So if you want to try this diet at home, there's a way you can simplify this diet and make it work. Use your fist.
Hell yeah. Fist your way to success.
So for breakfast, you're going to have 1 fistful of protein, ideally eggs, and then 1/2 fist of slow, complex carbs. Your snack should be a fistful of protein, with a half fist of good fats or slow carbs. Lunch would be a fistful of protein, a fistful of slow carbs.
It's a lot of fisting to remember.
And 2 fistfuls of vegetables. Dinner is the same as lunch. 1 fistful of protein, 1 fistful of slow carbs, 2 fistfuls of vegetables.
This is actually very, very good advice for most people. I love it.
Remember that 5 meals a day equals 20 meals in 4 days. So think in 4-day cycles.
Why the fuck would you think in 4-day cycles? We have a 7-day cycle, Magnus. I don't like the week. 7 is not the number I like, and Greta Thunberg said that 7 is bad and will lead to global warming. 4 days for everyone.
17 out of 20 meals should be on point. 3 out of 20 enjoy life.
By the way, if you're trying to lose fat, all of your meals should be the kind of meals you need. 3 cheat meals out of every 20 meals can throw you completely off the rails on a fat loss diet. On a maintenance diet or muscle gain diet, this is very sensible advice.
If you're going too extreme, this is not doable. It's going to be poor life and it's going to be extremely hard to stick to this diet. So please have that pasta on a Wednesday, have a glass of wine on a Friday if that's what you want. 3 out of 20 meals, enjoy life. With enjoying life, 3 out of 20, that means you never have to have a guilty conscience. You never failed the diet. You know if you had something bad or you treated yourself, next meal better be good.
Yeah. If you're trying to get in shape and not just sustain a healthy existence, you should probably be eating pretty much all of your food for the 2 or 3 or 4 months in which you're doing this diet exactly to the T. And you're tough enough to be able to do it. You don't have to just have cheat meals all the time. Regular good eating, this is totally good advice. But again, if you're trying to get in shape, you can do better.
The great thing about this diet is that you cannot fail. You don't have to have a guilty conscience.
Yeah, you can fail in the diet. You just start eating way more shit than 3 out of 20. All right, that answers a lot of diet questions. Let's get back to the workout.
So I had Gal on a 5-day split. It was actually 3-day plus 2-day split.
3 plus 2, so far so good. That definitely adds up to 5.
In the first 3 days, we would work through the whole body once, and then the 2 next days, or the 2 last days, we'd work through the body once again. So we would work through the body 2 times in 5 days.
I guess that makes sense. He described it awkwardly, but whole body in 3 days, hopefully split somehow, and then whole body again in 2 days. Dees, very good way to go about it. Magnus never misses.
The first exercise of the day is our warm-up. I'm using an assault bike.
The first exercise is a warm-up. And I thought warm-ups came before the exercises. Okay.
On any day where I'm working out my upper body, I like to warm up with something that activates my upper body as well. So I'm doing 5 minutes on the assault bike.
Assault bike rowing machine, 5 minutes. That's a hell of a warm-up. Usually you would better off warming up with actual weights, like lifting them with lighter loads and higher reps, and then slowly increasing over a few sets in the load and decreasing the reps. But this is a fine way to do it. 5 minutes is a bit excessive, especially on an assault bike if you're not just, sitting there doing almost nothing. I like that the demonstrator for this is Magnus himself, because look, to be honest, Wonder Woman, very strong, but she have no Viking blood. And that means she's not as strong as me. I do the workout. She should be so gracious. I demonstrate on her behalf. He has an excellent beard also, and haircut. Look at those legs. Magnus got f***ing wheels, bro.
So our next exercise is a wide grip lat pull down. I'm doing 12 reps and 3 sets.
This video is odd because it's the Wonder Woman workout, but then he's saying, I'm doing 12 reps and 3 sets. Also, what is being demonstrated is not really a lat pull down. It's more like a high row, but who's counting when it's wacky Hollywood training? Not a terrible exercise. Fine for training the back. You can't be very strong and benefit from this exercise because if you're strong enough, you'll just pull yourself up off the ground or forward into the machine. But I suppose Gal Gadot's not terribly strong ratio to her body mass, so good choice.
Our third exercise is for the chest. It's a push-up.
Push-up's a great movement for the chest.
Depending on how strong you are, you can start
good
with
technique,
an incline
Magnus.
And work your strength up so you can do them flat.
And a good progression. Start on an incline and go to flat depending on strength. I love it. So far, so good.
What I always do when I do push-ups is I finish on my knees.
I've finished on my knees a few times. No, wait. People have finished on me while I was on my knees. Yeah. Anyway, hello, Gal Gadot.
So work to failure and then try to do 5 to 7 reps on your knees.
I love it. So you go close to failure or to failure from your feet, and you get into knee push-ups, and the lower actual load to your muscles allows you to crank out more reps closer to failure. This is really good stuff. This is effective, high-quality training. See, I'm not just a mean person that makes fun of everyone. I'm also fair. Honestly, Magnus is good at this shit. Magnus as the actor for Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman 3. That's my vote.
Our next exercise is an alternating standing dumbbell row. Make sure to put the
It was only a matter of time until the f***ery began. Alternating standing dumbbell row. I like that it's called standing dumbbell row because it's sure as shit not bent over. So it's at least accurate via description. The alternating is to, I guess, piss away a lot of energy trying to do double the amount of time standing and get half the reps. 20 reps for 3 sets is fine. If he just bent over further and did it 2 arms at a time, he would get more of an effect for the same amount of fatigue. But this looks cool, and that's the thing in Hollywood. If it looks cool, they'll do it.
The dumbbells back on your hips. Squeeze your rhomboids, your shoulder blades together, chest forward, squat down a little bit and lean forward. Then you fall into the middle, you rotate the dumbbell in and then you pull up. Make sure not to rotate your spine. Prevent that rotation.
You can totally rotate your spine. It's totally fine. Your spine is designed to rotate.
So you go slow on the way down, eccentric, and you go much more explosive, concentric on the way up.
Very great advice on the eccentric concentric. Magnus knows things, though it may not appear at times that he does.
Towards the end of this program, I'm starting to superset a lot more. So this is the first superset of the day. And we're starting with a reversed fly with dumbbells on an incline bench. And then we're turning around and we're doing an incline fly on the bench.
So supersetting antagonistic muscle groups is a pretty decent way to save a lot of time and get a good workout. But because of the systemic fatigue that you accumulate over the multiple sets and the switch from one exercise to the other doesn't allow you to perfect your technique or your mind-muscle connection. Not the best way to train. If I was training somebody for a Hollywood role and they had a decent amount of time, which it seems like she does, I would just rest a normal amount of time between sets in most cases, or do supersets where you superset an agonist muscle. So for example, you do some pec flies and then you do some dumbbell bench for the chest. But small critique, this is fine to do.
12 reps on both for 3 rounds. When doing a reverse fly, make sure to squeeze your shoulders together, shrug back, keep your spine and neck neutral.
It doesn't matter where you put your spine and neck. You're not getting hurt with dumbbells like that. You can look up, down, forward, whichever way you want. Hurt your back or neck doing 10-pound dumbbell flies, you got another thing coming.
And go fast on the way out and slow on the way down. When doing a fly, make sure that you lower your shoulders and you slowly stretch out as far as you're comfortable with, and then you go explosive on the way up.
Good tips. I wouldn't explode out of a dumbbell fly, but I'm just being pedantic at this point. Generally, very good advice on the cadence and technique.
So our final superset of the day is all about the core. So we're starting with a crossover mountain climber, and then we're going straight into rotational leg kicks.
Core shit. The crossover mountain climber is an exercise that you cannot progressively load, as there's no way to put any weights on your knees. I'm also not entirely sure what part of the core that even trains. Let's see what the superset is to.
When performing a mountain climber, make sure that you lower your shoulders and you keep your hands underneath your shoulders.
This is just like weird stuff to do that looks cool category.
When performing the rotational leg kick, make sure that your shoulders are lowered. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Rotate the hip in underneath you.
It's an okay movement. There are so many more straightforward, time-effective ways to train your abs, like hanging knee or leg raises, any abdominal crunch machine, any loaded sit-up or crunch. Always the fancy shit the Hollywood goes to. I hate it.
And kick on the opposite side and make sure that your leg does not touch the floor.
I don't know what the kick is for. I just don't know. I've had a lot of education and taught a lot of classes in this. I don't know what's going on.
That's it. That's one of the days from the whole Wonder Woman program. And obviously different weeks would look different. But yeah, this is a tough one. I'm still super impressed with how Gal put her through this program on a weekly basis. And as you can tell in the movie, she looks great. She does not only look the part.
Does she? You know, one of my big gripes, and this is not something I want to take too seriously, Wonder Woman's supposed to be jacked. She's a goddess, and Gal Gadot, though beautiful and lovely and stellar, just kind of looks skinny. I'm going to hell. I'm going to feminist hell for saying that, but I just kind of wish they slabbed a bit more muscle on her. And these workouts are actually quite good. I'm not upset about the workout.
Hope you liked the video. If you want to see the full program, it's on my app, magnusmethodapp.com.
Magnus Method has an app. Why did I hire a ton of engineers to help construct the RP Hypertrophy app and get all these years of education to put into it when I could have just downloaded the Magnus Method app? Exact training for today's top celebrities. You can train just like Gal Gadot, Alicia Vikander, James McAvoy, Ben Affleck, Alex Skarsgård, Katy Perry, interesting, and Dua Lipa. Damn. What do these people have in common? I trained them and now I can train you. Get full access today for just $1? Magnus, this is too good to be true. Okay, so that is the workout. Listen, honestly, 8 out of 10. A couple minor critiques here and there, but the upper body workout was weight training based, just one stupid weird movement for abs, and training abs is mostly pointless because they're made in the kitchen and not in the gym anyways, so I'm not holding him to a huge, super high standard there. I can't hate it too much, man. Magnus, you consider yourself redeemed, sir. And well, forget about the Batman Ben Affleck thing. You guys can check out that video of ours we did a while back. That was a fucking train wreck. But Magnus knows, folks. Good stuff. And I'll leave off with saying this last thing. Gal Gadot, hello. See you guys next time.